Hey there, Mark here, and welcome to the TULLOCH Clan Channel. Boom! This is the first video launching TULLOCH Clan Channel. It'll be featuring a podcast with myself and my beautiful wife, Millen. We'll be putting together a talk show style podcast where we're talking about, I think, politics, current affairs, news, family, relationships, just the kind of stuff we actually talk about together on a daily basis and the kind of things that we go through. On the side of that, I am fanatical about a few things in life, and I'm going to be producing some content on that. Hopefully you like it. If you do, boom, hit the subscribe button, get the notifications. This is pretty rough, raw and ready. First ever video for the TULLOCH Clan channel. So, what do I want to do for this? I actually want to talk about a topic that has just come up, and the topic is Israel Adesanya. Okay, Israel Adesanya, the man, Israel Adesanya, the champ, who comes from New Zealand, the same country as I, and he just did the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, but he did the MMA style version of the podcast that Joe Rogan puts out. He's now split it up between the MMA podcast. I think it's JRE MMA number 82. If you want to look at it, link will be below in the description. But he was talking about some cool stuff in there, really around when he first cracked into the scene. And he got into the scene and he became famous, and he was dealing with imposter syndrome and I guess a little bit of anxiety. And I just really related to that. My wife and I were having a conversation about it, and I was just thinking about how much emotional intelligence Israel has to go and seek therapy, to be able to get the tools, as he called it, to be able to deal with everything that was happening to him around fame. So it was interesting because my wife and I have been talking and contemplating building a YouTube channel. I'm passionate already about making content. She's very introverted. I'm introverted, but we're talking about making it. So we're kind of talking about, well, what would happen if this channel actually blew up? You know, what would it be like? What if we did have 1 million subscribers or 100,000 subscribers or all of that? Could we deal with the negative criticism, the comments? And I think both of us would actually struggle quite a bit. So we were talking about Israel Adesanya, about the tools and everything that he did. And then he talked about imposter syndrome, which is something that I think I've dealt with a lot in my life. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there listening who've dealt with it, which is the thing where every time you succeed in life, you find an excuse for the reason for why you succeeded, other than the fact that you were just good enough to do what you needed to do, or you achieved it because you did the work. You'll come up with these excuses. And I had it a lot through my cricket career. So I used to be a cricket player. And when I played cricket, whenever I scored an innings, well, not whenever, this is a bit of an exaggeration, but often when I scored an innings and I would have scored quite a lot of runs, or had a good day out at the office and scored runs, I'd often go away and think, oh, nah, I didn't deserve those runs. It was only because of X, Y, Z. I got lucky. Whereas other people just seem to be really confident with getting runs. They would just get their runs. Oh yeah, they nick a few off and whatever, and they didn't really care, and they just carried this aura of like, nah, I'm the shit. Whereas I was always feeling like I wasn't the shit. So it's cool that he dealt with that. He's overcome it. Israel Adesanya is the man. I wanted him to be the topic, mainly because he trains at the gym that I train at. I happen to train at City Kickboxing. We'll give you some content coming there. Izzy's there. I'm not a close friend or associate of his, so just full disclosure, I don't know him, but I've come across him and bumped into him in the gym, and he's always been really polite and shaking hands and all of that. Super friendly guy. So I'll give you some of the inside scoop on what's going on in the MMA scene through my content. I'm going to be giving some scoops around fitness. So my background is health and fitness, so we'll go down that path. And yeah, just going to talk about any topical shit stuff that I find interesting. So that is it, team. Boom, introduction. Welcome to the TULLOCH Clan channel. That is us. Boom, done.